So we have a very wonderful success story of last fortnight, and I would invite Mr. K.M. Sharma to share his success story. You know what is the biggest proud moment for a teacher? Who can share? What is the most proud moment for a teacher?
Guru Dakshina Shishya ki success.
I can.
Yes, you are right.
Yes.
Absolutely right. So KM Sharma, I was trying to, you know, my consultants, my whole team was trying इतना 160 वीडियो डाला कि 4000 घंटा हो जाए, you know, 4000 hours के बाद you can monetize your videos on YouTube. And last 2-3 years I have done 160 videos, and everyone we have spent money also and, you know, promoting that and all that, and my consultants are telling me sir और बढ़िया content बनाओ और कुछ करो धमाका करो. But Mr. Sharma attended my public speaking workshop in November, and तब से he is attending everything I do. And in last 2 months he started doing his training for insurance, and he has achieved 4,000 hours in just 2 months. And now his conversion for the trainings is out of 75 people attending, more than 50 people are signing up for the advanced course. So Mr. Sharma, over to you. Share your success story. Inspire everyone.
It's not my success story, it's your success story. मैं जब पब्लिक स्पीकिंग में आया था, मेरे को रहता था मैं अपने लिए कुछ करूं, लेकिन आपने एक वे दिया, एंड उसी वे में फिर एक दिन दिमाग में आया 10th में आई स्टार्ट लाइव यूट्यूब चैनल, एंड उसको मैंने एंजॉय करना शुरू किया. आप जैसे जैसे बताते थे, बोलिए ऐसा बोला, ऐसा ऐसा बोला जाए. देन 2 दिन पहले वो मेरा 1000 आवर्स कंप्लीट हुआ एंड 1600 ऑर्गेनिक सब्सक्राइबर मेरे बने एंड डेली बढ़ रहे हैं. उसके बाद फिर सोचा कोर्स भी लॉन्च किया जाए, जब आपने सिखाया इतना सारा, एंड सेम मैंने जो आप सेशन करते थे उसको कॉपी किया एंड उसको बहुत बार देखा बैठ बैठ के. एंड देन माय फर्स्ट सेशन अबाउट 74% joined and I got registration of 55.
Everyone, big round of applause for Sharma ji.
Thanks a lot.
75 से 55 सेलिंग बहुत बड़े बड़े कोचेज और ट्रेनर नहीं कर पाते जितने 30 मार्कान बाजार में बैठे.
It's your blessing, sir. Nothing else.
राइट. आपने मेरे कितने वो फ्री वाले वेबिनार देखे जो प्रैक्टिस की?
सर आई थिंक मैंने सारे ही देखे, सारे ही. और जब आप क्लोजिंग पे आते थे उसको तो पूरा ध्यान लगा के, बिकॉज 2 इंटरेस्ट होते. एक तो आप मेरे बारे में बताते थे वहां पर, और मैं पूरा कॉपी करने की कोशिश करता था. एंड द रिजल्ट इज कि उसके बाद जब मैंने अपने YouTube में लास्ट में कहना शुरू किया था, उससे रोज मुझे 2-3 और मिलते हैं, रोज आ जाते हैं. आज भी आ चुका है. ये प्लस
आपने कम से कम 30 से ज्यादा मेरे वो फ्री वाले वेबिनार देखे होंगे.
बिल्कुल सर, बिल्कुल.
I've done over 60. और शर्मा जी ने देखो इसकी परसिस्टेंस देखो, 60 सेम वेबिनार देखने और पॉइंट बाय पॉइंट समझना, उसको फॉलो करना और उसको इम्प्लीमेंट करना कितनी बड़ी बात है. You know, everyone else will get bored कि मैं सेम चीज को क्यों देखूं, but he had his dream कि मुझे अपने वेबिनार करने हैं, and he followed word by word कि मैं कैसे एनर्जी लाता हूँ, how do I offer my programs, how do I engage people in, you know, asking for comments and everything, and he implemented everything. And it is a very, very happy and proud moment for me that Mr. Sharma is more successful than me on YouTube.
Thank you very much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Anyone else has created success story? Please come. Inspire everyone. Yes, anyone else? Saransh, Sana, you had done some webinars. What's your story? Sana, yes, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, go ahead. What's your story with you started? Did you achieve any success or still in process?
Yes, I have achieved the success. I actually got a lot of inquiries after that, and people are asking me to take the advanced session on that. I took a session on presentation skills. So this is for the first time I took this kind of session. It was just an experiment. With all your blessings and of course with your guidance, I did that, and it was such a fantastic session. I think 99% of the people stick till the end. That was my achievement.
That is a huge achievement. People go away, 50% people go away by the next half an hour or 1 hour. So that's a huge achievement.
So I wanted to share my experience regarding the CLM program that I joined. The first day, the first couple of hours, I realized that by whatever you taught, the skills you taught, I realized that we have achieved, more than 1000x, 10,000x of whatever we are paying, because those are very, very valuable life skills that can help you save and earn throughout the life. They can help you do three things: save wherever you are paying, earn more, and also preserve more. So then, on the same day, in the next half, you helped us set our vision for the life and very clear-cut, definitive targets for the next 5 years, which I think so is a real direction to our life. So, that program is actually teaching me how to lead my life and what is to be done when I become successful and, when we start earning money. So, and throughout this also, this program, because I'm repeating this program, it has taught a lot of things. There is not one success story, because I have implemented it everywhere in my every interaction with my clients, and it has tremendously helped me with my authority over my clients with every interaction that has increased. So thank you very much.
Very nice. And Saransh has a wonderful, I done a couple of one-to-ones with him, and Saransh has a wonderful, I find him very, very mature in digital media and other things. So he was asking me what to do, how to, add value to people here in that Game Changers group. So why don't you tell Saransh what is the proposal you have for the Game Changers people?
Okay.
He's extremely good at digital media. I find him very, very good. I've seen his testimonials and what all he does. So go ahead, Saransh. Give your offer.
So for every student of Suresh sir, as a gratitude and as a welcome to you all, I give you 30 minutes of free consultancy. No selling, nothing at all. Pure consultancy of what you can do with your business to improve your ROI of marketing, and marketing as well as your websites, how to improve your CRO, which is customer rate optimization, and how to improve your marketing ROI. A 30 minutes consultancy. So real soon I'll be posting my Calendly link by Monday, and then you can all book whenever you want at your convenience.
सारांश मेरी तरफ से एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि 30 मिनट बहुत कम होता है, तो अगर नीड हो तो go up to 1 hour, कोई वांदा नहीं है, but the add value whenever person contacts you.
Sir,
Sure,
I will add something on Saransh.
Yes.
Sir, anyone help any HR solution, I can give your team fellow free of cost for 1 hour. Any member, any HR suggestion, any HR queries, any HR question you want to discuss.
And this has to be one condition. This has to be purely giving.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%.
No selling there.
Sir, we are your student.
Themselves कि मुझे आपकी services चाहिए, क्या
Sir, हम आपके student हैं. Sir, we are your student.
Okay.
Absolutely, sir. Only giving, and as per
giving.
your instructions, 30 minutes to 1 hour, whatever it takes. By default, it will be a 30-minute session, but there will be a 30-minute bracket if it needs to be extended.
Yes. So give with the open heart and clear and authentic, honest intention. The
Yes,
community को एक दूसरे को help करना है in these matters, and pay it forward. जैसे मैं आप लोग के लिए करता हूँ, 11 बजे रात को फोन उठाता हूँ, जवाब करता हूँ, बात करता हूँ. 12 बजे भी मैंने 1-to-1 किए हैं लोगों के साथ. So you need to pay it forward too also.
Definitely, sir.
I think it's a great gesture by Saransh and Girija. Everyone must give a big applause to these two. They have literally come forth and given us like a wonderful, wonderful gesture.
Happy birthday, ma'am. It is your birthday and I am giving the return gifts.
Yes, ma'am. Happy birthday once again.
3 birthdays in our family. Uma, our eldest, and Rahul, 27 June, and we brought a wonderful dog on this day, black lab. His name is Buster. So 3 birthdays on this day.
Thank you so much, everyone.
And what can be a better way to celebrate birthday than this, awesome people like you in our life?
Yeah, celebrating with our Tajuba family, with Game Changers.
Yes.
Wonderful.
So we have a last sharing from Geeta, then we move to the Geeta is here on a special request. She's doing very well with the webinars and after doing the webinar session. Geeta Fernandez, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, sir, and good evening, Umam, and thank you so much for everything. Yeah. How are you? And happy birthday. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really want to thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I know that I have learned everything from you, from the Tajurba Academy. And good evening, all of you, my friends. And I want to share my success story with you. I had, before zero knowledge about Zoom. Okay, I didn't know how to do it. So I not only learned everything about Zoom from sir, but by doing one-to-one, he pushed me, he motivated me, he encouraged me, and that's why I started doing it immediately after the meeting. And yesterday was my fourth Zoom webinar. Tomorrow is my fifth one. So I'm really hopeful, and I know I'll get all the support from sir and madam. Really, I want to really thank you, all of you. I actually train people in life-saving skills, which is the need of the hour in today's time, COVID-19. So we train in corporates, but we have started training individuals. As sir suggested, you go ahead and train everybody. So they will be there. I'm really happy that people are here. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Geeta Fernandez. Dr. Geeta Fernandez is from Mumbai and we have never met in our life ever.
Yes, absolutely.
So looking forward when this corona thing goes away, Uma and myself will take a 3-month trip to 100 cities of India and meet all you guys there over coffee, lunch, dinner, whatever happens.
Absolutely.
All right, so secrets of selling high ticket, part 1. Read this statement very, very carefully. That people do not buy from salespeople because they understand their product, but because they felt the salesperson understand their problems. This is a golden statement people who want to achieve sales mastery. That once you understand, we had today whole day session on this subject of how do you add value and make a lot of money by not selling, by understanding and solving lots and lot of people's problems. All right, so every entrepreneur should learn sales. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. How many of you have read his book? He talks about in the very first chapter, he says, every entrepreneur must learn sales. It is that important to learn sales. A lot of people say, sales mere bas ki nahi hai, I am shy of sales. To those people, I say, you must learn this. Or hire people who are good at it. Because without sales, there is nothing. Business doesn't exist without sales. The money doesn't exist in your business without sales. So sales is the #1 skill. Corona, no corona. Recession, no recession. New business, old business. You change your line. This one skill will, take you through to the success. So let's talk about, tenacity. If you have tenacity to, pursue, it's one of the 6 secrets of sales prospecting. A lot of people give up. Ek baar baat kiya, nahi jawab aaya, and that happened. So a lot of experts and high achievers say that you need to at least touch 6 times. Saransh will agree, is a marketer, that 6 to 7 touch points. I wanted to buy a Nike shoe and I looked at Amazon and then I went to Nike site, compared prices, then I said it's very expensive, then I'll buy next month, okay, chal raha abhi kaam. And then they remarketing and they kept showing me that ad and finally, I happened to buy it in 30 days. So that's what happens that when, salespeople need to be keep prospecting all the time until the time person says no. Mujhe nahi chahiye baba aapka. Yes, Saransh is 7 up to 7 times required. So that's why amazing tools Google and Facebook has remarketing, that once you see any product, it will keep chasing you and it sets cookies in your computer. So the way you can develop your tenacity is how you see things and you are willing to accept things. The high achievers not only have the tenacity to keep going on sales call after call, set after call. They also are able within calls to keep things moving forward. Agar sale ho bhi gaya hai, to keep on in touch with customer for the next sale, next sales, referral, and more referrals. Running a marathon is as much mental as it's physical. You got this point that you have to be mentally ready and fit to run the whole marathon or half marathon. All goals are achieved twice, once in your mind with your belief system, second time in reality. So you need to be very, very persuasive in your mental, that I need to achieve this till the client says, no, I need to follow up in a digital way or by assistant or myself, depending on your situation. But don't get discouraged. And sometimes if people are nasty or say wrong thing, don't take it personally. It is something wrong with that person's upbringing. Definitely. On our advertisement, a lot of people comment nasty things. We don't take it personally. We just delete. We say these people are suffering in their own life, so don't need to argue with them. So this is what the stat says. 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. 5th to 12th contact. And this is the research. 45% of salespeople never follow up with a prospect. 25% of salespeople make a second contact. 12% of salespeople only make 3 contacts. Only 10%. Only 10% of salespeople make more than 3 contacts. Okay, Ashish Ahuja has a success story. I am going to receive a plot check worth 20 lakh on Monday from Sonipat. I got this lead in January 2017, 3 years ago. I'm just connected on WhatsApp. They haven't even finished the site. That's what, the follow-up happened. He's the president of Tajurba Faridabad. Everyone say, hi Ashish. And anyone, fan of Vrindavan and Krishna, he is the expert. Very, very reasonable price properties, plots, apartments there. Just take a tour with him of Vrindavan whenever it's open. You'll be amazed how much he knows about Vrindavan and what is the growth prospects of Vrindavan. Foster healthy competition within your organization. So this is what we do at Tajurba. We have a monthly leadership conclave. So we have 3 positions at every chapter. President, Vice President, and Secretary Treasurer. And these are voluntary positions. No one gets paid for it. They get a lot of visibility. They get a lot of business being on the head of the table because view from the top is very good. And this is every month the chapter is awarded the best chapter in the region. And Kumar Saurabh is here today. He was the star leader of the month last month. So these people, because of doing this thing, so this trophy cost us 1,200 rupees, and that is a rotating. So from chapter to chapter it moves, and now so digitally it moves. It doesn't move even physically. It's lying in my office, and this one is person keeps in his office. But it's such a proud moment for them. It's such a proud moment for them that they literally give their blood and sweat to win this trophy. Yes, Kumar, type in the comment box if you are there. He's the president. He was the president. Now the new president has come. So 6 monthly it changes. So they give literally their blood and sweat to Ashish. Now you are in the next president. So sales make you a networking ace. See what happens is when we'll start this chapter after this orientation, you will see the benefits of networking. That what it can bring to you when your network start to refer you. For example, Ashish, right now I have mentioned about his Vrindavan. What was I doing? Did you realize I was promoting him? Does he pay me any salary? No. Does he give me any commission? No. He is part of my network. He is president of Tajurba Faridabad chapter. Before that, he was a member, 6 month or 8 months old member only. Right? And he said this brought fire and enthusiasm. So we promote each other. We work for each other as a free complimentary salesperson. You will promote me, I will promote you in my network. And we all have 1,000 people network. See the magic of networking. When you are not there and I am selling on behalf of you, That makes you a master networker, and that's what we're going to cover on 3rd July. That how to leverage this network of 1 crore people talking about you if you become that popular. See the magic. Otherwise, in your chapter and in your city, that will also be more than enough if you become very popular there. And your network start to sell for you, you become a master networker. So that's the power of a network. All right, so business networking, tajurba. These are the few networks you should be part of. Chamber of Commerce events, very, very important. And always keep in mind, these events should be regular. Otherwise, what happens is if you go from events which are not regular, there are no relationship built. So the networking and the business only happen. Yeah, Mukesh Pandey is also president of West Delhi chapter. Anyone needs loans. One of the most authentic guy I ever met in my life. Great guy, never mis-selling and guide you very, very right. If the loan is not applicable to you, he will say, no, this cannot be done. Upfront, without mixing any words. So Chamber of Commerce. So this, see what happens if you go from event to event, your network is mile wide and inch deep. Nothing happens there. You collect hundreds of cards and you give your secretary to spam, or those people spam you. But the real networking, Apurva is saying not audible. Babita is saying also not audible. Once again, is a problem. Sanjay Lokapur is saying they can hear. Everyone, if you can audio clear, type AC in the comment box. Yes, so everyone can hear. Babita, please check your internet connection. Breaks in between. Mine also breaks for a few minutes. The data goes away. Though I have a very high-end connection. Yes, Tajurba chapter, I attended the meeting Friday, yesterday morning, 7:30. 1 crore business during lockdown. 1 crore business, this chapter of 30 people did. Everybody in great enthusiasm, referring each other. People change their business. Their, COVID machine, that desanitization machine and everything is sold. People are, referring. Bhopal mein ek bande ka business. So a lot of things, exciting things have happened. So Chamber of Commerce in your city. Local RWA, Resident Welfare Association. You build, yeah, Geeta got a lot of people registered for her Tajurba for her webinar. So local RWA, be part of it. Slowly it takes time, but relationship वहाँ भी बनता है, business वहाँ भी आता है if you are good at it and you are visible. But be consistent. ऐसा नहीं एक महीना गया, एक महीना नहीं गया, एक महीना गया, एक महीना नहीं गया. Be consistent in your attendance and be visible. Take role, become president, become secretary. Help a lot of people. All right. Charity organization. I'm president of a trust here. We have a hospital, so a lot of influence gets built there. And there are 30 trustees, so we meet once a month there. Alumni events, your college and your school alumni, don't miss. This is all part of your network. Golf, earlier the rich people used to network only on golf, and I have an amazing story to tell. I know a person I met recently, my friend's nephew. He worked for visa processing agency called VFS, very big. Got sold for 10,000 crore. His name is Manpreet. Any one of you get stuck in your visa or passport, contact me. I'll help you. Manpreet is very senior there, if he's there still. So I asked him, Manpreet, aapke boss, how did your boss set this brain to start this visa outsourcing agency? He told me my boss was playing golf with US consulate, and US consulate said he had a huge problem of crowd and handling paperwork. So they said, okay, let us handle the crowd for you first. So they started sending them with appointment, then they handle the paperwork. 55 embassies are doing their complete outsourcing visa processing with them. 10,000 crore company sold. Whole idea came on golf. So yesterday, is Ashish Chauhan is here from Tajurba Eagle. He was asking me, he sells 1 crore rupee, home theater. He said, sir, how do I get Chennai client? I said, go where they go. If they play golf, go play golf. All people play golf. When I was in New York, there's a bar called Algonquin. The highest price martini there is $10,000. Search on Google. People, who have to propose to their girlfriend or something, they take her to that bar and buy those kind of expensive drink. Minimum price is $100 for a martini. So I used to hang out there. I had stayed there. We had an office at 1407 Broadway. So I had a, service apartment at Times Square, 47th Street. I would go to that bar every evening. There are a lot of big buyers will get together and will have, gup shop, and I used to get some connects. Another place to get good connects are, travel business class. Meetup groups, very important in your area. There are different subjects. How we started, Uma and myself started networking in 2010, earlier before we did not know networking. So there's a group called EATLO in Delhi. Abhi nahi hai, but that time used to be lots and lot of followers. So every week we'll go to a restaurant. They will announce on Facebook, this Sunday we're going to Chandni Chowk for Parathe Wali Gali for breakfast. So 20, 30 or 40 people of us will get there and have parathas or head to a particular restaurant. And there are a lot of friends are today good friends met there. And they've become very, very, one of them is a huge, India is one of the biggest food blogger now. So we met one of them as a, beer buddies karke Facebook group. So gym, yoga, all these, places are very important for networking. So in successful sales meeting, who does most of the talking? Now answer in the comment box, who does most of the talking in the successful, buyer or seller? Okay, only one person said, two, three have said seller. All right, Sanjay Lokapur, seller. All right. Now do a exercise for 1 or 2 minutes. It's mostly the buyer has to talk, not the seller. Your job is only to ask question, and in this whole subject of spin selling, you will learn to ask questions only. Whole selling starts with questions, and when the buyer is ready to buy, that's the time to shut up. No talking after that. So I want you to do this exercise, and then I will open up for 5 sharing. Now that rule, only 5 sharing. I won't take more than that. Otherwise it creates a lot of noise and clutter. So 5 sharing from people just to understand that yes, we are getting the thing right. So write down 5 examples of questions that you typically ask during a sales meeting. Write down 5 questions. And here we go. Time starts now. And I will stop timer, and exactly after 2 minutes, I will say stop, and then you stop. So each exercise will be 2 minutes. I'm setting the timer to 2 minutes. And then I'll open it up. And in the comment box, those who want to share, give your name, and I will announce 5 names, and you can unmute and you can share. Only the names I take. Parag Shah, okay. Number 1 is Parag Shah. Vitthal. All right, number 2 is Vitthal. Bharat Bhardwaj. Okay, number 3 is Bharat Bhardwaj. Number 4 is Homi. Number 5, Rajiv Garg. Padam Bansiwal has mentioned all 5 questions here. Wonderful. Okay. So Parag, unmute yourself. Hold on for a second. Now let me stop share. Go ahead, Parag, unmute yourself and share your 5 questions.
Yeah, so the 5 areas. So 5 questions that I would like to ask is, what is the current process? What are the current issues or concerns or bottlenecks that they have? Who's the decision maker? How would they finance? And what are the future plans?
Very nice. Give me a big round of applause. Vitthal.
First question is, what is the problem? Since when you are facing this problem? What is the financial loss? What solution you are looking at? And have you done any root cause analysis?
Very nice. Okay, Bharat.
Yeah. So I ask, what are the current challenges you are facing during the current times?
Right.
Do you have any plans to address those challenges?
Okay.
And what are the steps you have taken till now?
Okay.
To understand what is there in his mind.
Very nice.
And, do you believe in digital media? Because I offer a digital product, so I ask, what are the digital? Do you believe in digital? Because there are certain solutions available. Have you tried any of those?
Very nice. I love this group.
And then how to understand, how can I help you? If you give me a chance to understand, can I make you a presentation on this?
Very nice. And see the logo he has got on, talk for a few more seconds. See the logo at the back.
Yes.
इसको बोलते हैं दिल से बिलोंग करना है कम्युनिटी को. Thank you, Parag. Omi Manik Shah.
First, I'll build rapport by asking him, tell me something about your business.
Ji.
Okay. Then, have you bought a similar product? What problem are you looking to solve with my product?
Ji.
And what competitor product do you use presently? And who decides to buy?
Very nice.
Yeah, so.
Rajiv Garg.
हेलो.
Yes, Rajiv, go ahead.
आवाज आ रही है आपको?
हाँ जी, वीडियो में दिखाओ.
हाँ. ओके सर, ऐसा है कि मैं
No, I want to see your face.
काफी है ना? 2 मिनट. हाँ भाई. ना राम.
Now it's there.
Prashad, please mute yourself. Yeah, Rajiv, go ahead.
अच्छा सर. हाँ सर, जैसे मैं सर इंश्योरेंस एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट में हूँ, पहला सवाल मेरा ये होता है, व्हाट डू यू डू राइट नाउ? फ्रॉम वेयर डू यू बिलोंग टू बिल्ड दैट? थर्ड, फ्रॉम हाउ मेनी इयर्स यू आर इन दिस पोजीशन? एंड थर्ड, फोर्थ, उनके जो फाइनेंशियल है इस समय आपके पास क्या क्या है? और पांचवा मेरा एक क्वेश्चन होता है, वो जनरली हर जगह नहीं हो पाता है, आज से 3 साल के बाद आप अपने आप को पर्सनली और प्रोफेशनली कहाँ देखना चाहेंगे?
वेरी नाइस क्वेश्चन.
और उसके लिए जो उनका क्या उसमें डेंजर है, क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है और क्या स्ट्रेंथ, उसको मैं एड्रेस करने की कोशिश करता हूँ.
वेरी नाइस, थैंक यू वेरी मच. तो कॉस्मेटिक टू कंप्यूटर्स all sell because they solve problems for people. Yes or yes? Type yes in the comment box. From cosmetics to computer, everything sells because they solve problem for people. If they don't solve problem, very difficult to sell. Very difficult to sell. So next example, I give you 3 examples. Now all 3 products on the surface, on the face of it, looks like they don't solve any problem. I give you another 2 minutes. Write down that what problem Bentley is solving. Those people who are repeating, they are not allowed to answer. जिन्होंने पहले किया है. So do this exercise, that what problem Bentley is solving, what problem movies solve, and what problem red tie and red pocket square solves. Okay, now who wants to answer? I need 5 names. Who wants to share their exercise learning? Sana. Okay. Number 1 is Sana. Who else would like to share? Ashish Ahuja. I want 5 names. Saloni Kaul. Sanjay Lokapur. Sujit. All right, I got 5 names. Sujit, आपने पहले किया है क्या ये कोर्स? Those people who are repeating, not allowed. Okay. So I'm allowing you to unmute yourself. First, Sana will go.
Yes. So the first problem which Bentley solved is, of course, the status and the prestige, which is attached to it. And when someone is using it, they can pose themselves different from the group.
Right.
So it is a niche stuff in the market. Then second is movies. It gives you entertainment and relaxation to the mind, which people has generally while they are into so many occupied day and all other things. So it helped them a lot. And third is of course the red tie and that pocket stuff. So yeah, so what that solves is, of course, it gives you a very different look, and it gives a very elegant and a matured look to a person. And while you are representing yourself in front of anyone, it gives you the best of the confidence which you can have.
Thank you for sharing. Next is Ashish Ahuja.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ashish.
Bentley, definitely you don't have to tell your status. And movies, it's a family bond. That creates family bonding.
And red tie.
Red tie, definitely a great kick to your business deal.
Okay. Next is Saloni call. Everyone, please mute yourself. You don't need to unmute till who is this channel voices are coming. Paramjit Sodhi sir, please mute yourself.
Good evening,
Yes,
sir.
thank you, Paramjit. Saloni call. Come on.
Yes, sir. So Bentley is for traveling in luxury, style. It's a power statement, and I think that is the problem that it addresses. You want to show your Bentley helps you do that. Secondly, again, friends and family, so it's entertainment. And thirdly, the red tie and the custom wear, that helps you show up your executive presence. You find that red is a power color. Again, it is a color that attracts, the dominating color. If you wish to like stand out, you dress up in that color. It helps you make a it helps you stand out from the crowd. So executive presence, image building, and also a very charismatic influence.
Very nice. What do you do, Saloni?
I do things. So I am by profession, I am a business HR consultant. I work with business owners and entrepreneurs.
Very nice. Thank you. Like Sanjay Lokapur. Ashish Ahuja.
Hello, sir. Sanjay here.
Ashish.
Hello.
Yeah, 1 minute. Ashish Ahuja, I need help here.
Yeah, you need someone to monitor the.
Okay. Ashish Ahuja, I have made you the co-host. And please mute wherever you see the noises. All right. So go ahead, Sanjay Lokapur.
Yeah, sir. Bentley, I just want to recognize the problems. So Bentley, we want to solve the problem of not getting recognized in the society. So low recognition, we want to solve it by having a Bentley. So when we have Bentley, we have recognition, status, safety, and comfort. And movies, we want to solve boredom. When we are bored, we want to see a movie and get entertained. And red tie, we want to solve the problem of subdued personality or unnoticed person. When you wear a red tie, person becomes noticed.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's what I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sujit, the last sharing.
Sir, 5 points in a summary. Status symbol for the Bentley. Ego satisfaction. Yes, I am having something which is different from the society. And sense of belongingness. And authority position. That I define. Stands for movie, entertainment, coolness, and gives us a very different mood from the ongoing mood.
Very Thank you very much. So these are the all very close answers. So Rolls-Royce is ego status. Definitely, solve the ego problem of very rich and famous. Movies are definitely to solve the boredom problem. And red tie is a symbol of power. If you see Google Donald Trump, images, 90% of the time he's wearing a blue suit and red tie. So what problem you are solving now? The best exercise is ये तो मैंने बताया. Now think of your own product and services. What problem you are solving? आपका जो भी product है, आपका जो भी service है, in that what problem you are solving. By the way, I got a notification on my computer phone screen. Today is R.D. Burman's birthday. Today is R.D. Burman's birthday, my favorite. So that's why probably I got the notification. All right, so we start, time starts now. I need after, 5 people who want to share. Now this is a very important, Pancham Da, yes, RD. So 5 people I need and, your product, 5 problems your product can solve. अब आपको अपने दिमाग से अपने काम के लिए सोचना है. Very important exercise not to be missed. I humbly request everyone that write down this right now. If you come into this habit, it may take you less than 1 year to master this skill. It may take you less than 1 year to master this skill of asking the right questions at the right time. So your own product and service, what problem you are solving? Sunil Keswani. Okay, number 1. Dheeraj Jotwani. Suraj Bode. Bakul Bhai. Ashish Ajmani. All right. You guys are real quick, huh? आपसे सीखना पड़ेगा क्या? So आपका product or service, what is your product and service? Problem your product and service solve. At least 5 problems it solves for a buyer. 5 problems आपने लिखना है. 15 seconds to go.
We are selling JK tire. Tire is the tire which give you the better mileage, and radial tires, if you take radial tires, it will give you better performance.
One second. Sunil, you are talking about benefits. I haven't come to the benefits yet. What problem it is solving? There's a thin difference.
Problem. Okay.
I'll come back to you after these 4 people. Right. Exercise your brain. See the major problem, what the major problem with our salespeople is. Biggest problem of salespeople is the moment they met the buyer, they start talking about benefits. And that's where the sale does not happen. Unless you have diagnosed the problem, ask me the question, which car you have, when did you change the tire? Aapko pichle tire se kya problem aaya tha? We are coming to all that. You don't tell the benefits are the last item you do it. All right, Dheeraj Jotwani. You all will get a lot of confused between this, 4 or 5 stages I'm going to tell you about. You all will get confused. I was very confused.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Dheeraj, go ahead.
With my product, life will increase, breakdowns will reduce, and continuity of the plant will go. I'm in the area of selling industrial products. So breakdown time will get reduced, and mainly breakdown time will reduce.
Okay. Suraj Body.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll tell my clients, I solve all your major pain points. I solve your recurring cost. I solve your space. I solve your regular monitoring. I solve all your regular monitoring as these are all smart products. Okay, and these products, all these products are made to order, so it can take any shape, any size. Okay, and it is going to save a lot of cost. And you need the major saving what you have is these, as these are all smart products, so you need less manpower.
Very nice. Next is Bakul.
Good evening, sir. I am into air conditioning sales and maintenance. For me, the first thing is you save a lot on your electricity with our services. We give you healthy air in your houses. We create efficient offices by giving you wonderful air conditioning solutions. And we give you silent cooling where you don't have too much of noise around you. And most important, we give you comfortable life with our solutions.
Thank you. Ashish Ajmani.
Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. You are visible.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So we provide IT infrastructure facilities. So, the companies will get benefit. They won't have to invest huge funds in the, IT like infrastructure. We provide them services like repair and maintenance. We give them in-house person from our side who will solve the issues instantly. So they will save on the upgradation cost as well, because, a lot of times, like it happens in IT, once you buy a system, you have to reinvest after 3-4 years. So you can ask us for upgradation, we'll upgrade this stuff for you. And then like if you talk about networking and all, that in-house can be handled effectively. So one point solution for all IT stuff, wherein the investments would be less, recurring cost would not be there. And then, the cost effectiveness of overall business is kind of, taken care of.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Sachi, Sachi, you will come next in the next exercise. I have noted down your name, Sachi. All right, so I will take only 5 at a time, otherwise we will never move forward. So you have got the idea, you have done the exercise. You can keep on practicing it at your home, at your comfortable time. And then we move on to the next section. Sunil, aap bata do. Sorry, Sunil, you had to give that. Okay, Sunil, go ahead. Aapka reh gaya tha thoda. Sunil, go ahead.
I'm audible, sir?
Yes, go ahead, Sunil Keswani.
Yeah. We can give you the tires wherever you want. If you want the tire in Bhutan, we can give you the tire in Bhutan. No other company is doing that because we are having the offices across India. Apart from that, our technical team can visit your sites and they can suggest you which is the best tire which you can use for your sites and all that, and how to get the better mileage from the tire. These are the benefits which we can suggest you.
Okay. So people are still getting, confused between problem you are solving and the benefits. We'll come to that. You will get your clarity. Don't worry about it. So it gets more and more trickier. Abhi jitna aage chalenge, thoda sa aap confused hoenge. But as you practice this in real life, you will see the fun of it. That how you are getting master of this whole technique. Now you have superior solution. आपको पता है JK टायर C8 से better है, लेकिन buyer बोल रहा है, buyer is telling you that you can solve it, but it doesn't justify the cost यार. C8 का टायर 3000 का, आपका टायर 5000 का है. आपका catering 3000 per plate है, बाजार में मुझे 1500 मिल रहा है. Now what is your answer to this? Very interesting exercise. Every person,
if you
every
allow me,
business owner.
give the answer for that.
No, abhi ruk jao. Everyone has to do the exercise. Okay. I want you to take one और जल्दी नहीं करने का बॉस. इसको समझोगे नहीं, जल्दी में आधे जवाब गलत आ रहे हैं. But it's okay. जल्दी आएगा भी नहीं है. 1 साल का काम है ये. Just wait. Think very, very clearly on this. Because price versus value is a very important subject for all of us. Every day we see that ये इतना महंगा क्यों है आपका product.
That is how. But the uniqueness value is lost after a few years. So this will happen in my sector also.
So pay attention to chat box. Pritali is asking your number. The networking has started in this group, finally. Amit Kale.
So regarding this exercise, how you can solve it, but it doesn't justify the cost. I will list out all my USP of the products first of all. So it will definitely justify the product. I'm into hard water treatment, electronic water conditioners. So definitely I will list out all my USP.
Okay.
USP of the product.
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to the next exercise now. Now the game, Babita. Babita, why don't you share also?
Yes, sir. I'm, as I told, like I'm a startup. I'm into exports. Just got into exports. This I had gone to shop up this one part of handicraft. This one they were saying that it is very expensive. Okay,
right.
Comparison was put against China product. China was quite low, and this one was quite. This was comparatively expensive. Then this is what I have come back with them, saying that we are like a fair trade. We have a fair trade policy that we pay our people the fair pay. So this price is going to be on the higher side, little higher side. We cannot be compared to China, is what we're putting through.
Very good. Thank you very much for your sharing. Okay, so now the game is getting very, very interesting after that. Very interesting now. So it's a 6-step process. Now we are committing to Sachin Chauhan, asking Babita madam, please share your number. See the chat box में full networking हो रहा है. This group is getting mature in networking now. Connect with each other, do business with each other, but before that, word of caution, do your due diligence, check the credibility, check website, check LinkedIn testimonial, do Zoom one-to-one. कोई जल्दी नहीं है business करने का. Just take your time, you know. Otherwise, you will end up blaming तजुर्बा में था business किया और ये. So do your own due diligence. Our job is only to connect you all at a single platform. Okay. So it's a 6-step process. Number 1 is diagnosis question. When you go to a doctor, the doctor first diagnoses. He doesn't put you on a operation theater straight away or give you medicine. He'll ask you questions, right? नींद आती है नहीं आती है, is your stomach okay, or your headache हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है. Lot of questions doctor is going to. If required, I recommend you some tests before treating. Then he will ask what are the problems. Then implication of the problem if it remains unsolved. Supposing you have a back pain, slight back pain, and if you don't solve it now, what is going to happen? You know, if it gets very serious, you can have a slip disc. You can be on bed for rest of your life or couple of years. So those are called implications. Then the benefits. Then it comes to preventing objections and close and obtaining. These are the 6 steps. Take a screenshot of this screen. These are the 6 steps. If you don't follow this, sale will not happen. Sales will not happen. I was coaching a person, gentleman, and he is into ERP. He got a ticket from an Indonesian buyer. He got 3 days hotel stay and he could not close sale. Until he met me in last 1 year, 0 sales. And the reason I found out only that he could not make any sale was that he will jump onto the straight away number 4. Out of sequence doing the sales, kill the sales. He will straight away jump, my ERP will do this for you, without even asking problem. What are the problem buyer is facing? So there are, number 1 very important step is you need to diagnosis. Then you need to understand the problem. And this has to come through all question technology. And the answers has to come from problem. What are the problems you are facing? Your buyer is going to inform me. what happens if you don't solve this problem? Your buyer is going to tell the implication. And then you come to your product, and then buyer is going to tell you that, yes, these are the benefits I need, and you have these benefits, and I want to do business with you. This is the end result of this whole technique, is that your buyer, at a stage comes, your buyer tell you, I need your solution. We have Dr. Vardhan here. Dr. Vardhan, if you are here, type in the comment box. He had been doing this for last 2 months. Probably today he's repeating. I had one-to-one with him. So he applied a lot of techniques, and he says he's fairly successful applying these techniques. So if Dr. Vardhan from Hyderabad, you are here, please type in the comment box, and I'll unmute you. So there are 2 chemicals at play for buyer and seller's brain. Which are those chemicals? Very, very important chemical, which makes us, negative or positive what we do in our life. Cortisol and oxytocin. These are the 2 major chemicals at play, and you need to understand these, that how these chemicals work. So cortisol is a very, very positive, hormone. And other one is very, very negative. Cortisol is actually negative. It encourages negative emotion. It shuts down the thinking center of the brain. And oxytocin is positive emotion. My apologies. So this is what happens during the conversation. And aggressive selling kills the everything. This activates the cortisol. This activates the cortisol. If you are very, very aggressive like this, a lot of people I have known, they'll call 10 times, 15 times. That's not to be done. So this is a negative emotion. And this is the positive emotions. And we are going to play around this. So what is, genuine selling? Genuine selling is go through all the processes, do the diagnose questioning part, do the problem questioning part, do the implications part, where if the problem is not solved, what happens? And then you come to the solution part and the benefit part. And in a very authentic way, one disclaimer here is this is not to be manipulated. No NLP techniques will make you, or no spin selling technique will make you successful in long term. You are going to turn off a lot of buyers. Up short term mein successful ho sakte hain, but long term it will not happen. So you have to have great product, great service, and total authenticity using these techniques. Otherwise, this may go against you. So what are the diagnosis questions? So now we are coming to the real juice of this whole spin selling technique. And this diagnosis questions have to be very, very economically asked. You don't go there like a, prosecutor. So these are some of the examples. How do you keep track of your sales pipeline? Some examples. How do you maintain an overview of how your individual sales rep are performing? Are they productive? How are you measuring this? How do you currently manage your customers' contact details? How do you contact them time to time? Research prior to initial conversation. Now, as a salesperson, you got to do your research. Whatever information you can find on internet, on ROC site, company site, that is not to be asked. Remember this, whatever information you can find from the storekeeper, from the assistant, not to be asked to the decision maker. Only information you will ask which you cannot get otherwise. And the selection of appropriate question, you need to do your homework before the meeting. This cannot be done spontaneously. Usi time dhyana, then you forget about asking few questions, because that will lead you to the next stage. If this is not done correctly and at the right moment, this can hurt your sales closing in a big way. So phrasing your question so that they help the buyer see you as a problem solver rather than a prosecutor. Do not behave like a prosecutor firing off questions like a machine gun. All right, everybody done with this slide? Shall I move on? Type move on in the comment box. Okay. So selecting appropriate questions. That is number one part is planning. You must plan, do your homework. Determine what factual information you will need before you can effectively investigate those problems. So coming to the next stage, this stage you need to be very, very sure that what information you need before you come to the next part of this, that problems, what problems you can solve, your product or services can solve. Now try this approach using your own product or service. Now you don't come to the problem. There is a very, very thin line between all the stages. So I want you to do this exercise, that ask supposing you are selling whatever product and you have a meeting tomorrow, what kind of research you are going to do and what kind of questions around diagnosis. At this time, no problems, no solutions, just the questions like these questions. How do you currently manage your customers' contact detail? How do you maintain an overview of how your individual sales reps are performing? And how do you keep track of your sales pipeline? How many orders you have? How many orders being followed up? How they are following up? How many times they are calling? What information you need? These are some examples. And we do this exercise. Take 2 minutes. I put the timer on and then I will need 5 names to share. It's going very, very well. I must compliment you guys for the discipline today you are maintaining. Last time when we were doing this, there were 10-15 people sharing and created a lot of clutter. It's been very, very disciplined today. And everyone is coming up with very intelligent answer. So I have put the timer on for 2 minutes. People who are ready, share 5 names here and 5 people will come on and share. Everybody will get a chance. Those who don't get a chance, Q&A section, you get a chance to share your learning, your questions, and whatever you want to share. Krunal, you are already done. Those who have already, shared should not give their name. Only the new people who want to share. There are 106 people right now. Sangeeta Jain, would you like to share? Type yes in the comment box. You have to come up with at least 5 questions. Sangeeta Jain, number 1 name is there. Chandar Keval Ravani, you were not available. That was why there was no discipline. That's cool. Anyone else? 4 more names. क्या हो गया दोस्तों? 28 seconds remaining.
Hello.
Yes, Sangeeta.
This is Sangeeta Jain. I'm an interior designer. Whenever I'm called for a work to do somebody's interiors, I first ask them, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Then I ask, what is your requirement? They show me the place. Then
Yes.
I ask them, is there anything particular that you have in mind? What purpose would you want it to solve? Then I say, if they said yes, they tell me whatever, then I say that I will share a plan and then we'll discuss further.
Very nice. Singam.
Am I online?
Yes.
Yeah. Now I do finance consultancy. Basically, I am a banker, retired banker.
Yes.
I do finance consultancy for project finance and also entrepreneurship development. Now, the first question which I am going to ask the people are that what is your corporatization plan? This is what is your business continuity plan? One second. See, today everything is on digital. Now, what is your digitization of your business status and how you want to move further? And third is any business today has to be globally competitive. So how are you vis-a-vis the competition globally? So these are the three main questions which I will be asking. Apart from who is going to be the next in your business?
Good. Thank you for sharing. Surbi. Come on, Surbi. Surbi, are you there? Okay, Surbi seems... Ashwani Singh, now come on quickly. Ashwani Singh.
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I'm there.
Hello.
Yes, Ashwani, go ahead.
Yeah. So, sir, I'm into printing and packaging. So, I think there is disturbance, sir.
आप बोलते चलो, disturbance का परवाह नहीं करने का.
No issue. So, I'm into printing and packaging.
Yeah.
So, the problems my guys are facing is say, just-in-time production is really need of the hour. So I solved that problem. So I asked for the same, and say MOQs, minimum order quantity. So I asked them for the same. If they need, what does they need in the terms of the quantity they need, and then as I said, just-in-time production saves them the cost of say storing their packaging material. And then the kind of customization they need. And I asked them about their physical marketing, how they do the physical marketing. So I can even build them some marketing material.
Thank you very much. See, remember everyone, when I request you to do the exercise, that means do the exercise. Write it down and you should be done in 15 seconds. These are my questions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You come live on the screen and that time you don't think. Is that clear? Surbi, come on. Yes, Surbi.
Sir, yeah. Good evening to everyone. So my 5 questions would be, I deal basically with businessmen, small businessmen. I help them how to scale up their business. So my 5 questions will be, first I will ask them about their cash flow and how they what capital जो उनके business में होता है उसकी rolling को maintain. Then second question will be कि businessman आजकल इतना busy है, अगर हम उसको कुछ बताते भी हैं किसी प्रोग्राम के बारे में तो वो कहता है कि मैं बहुत busy हूँ. तो how do they manage their time? Operations में वो इतना busy होता है कि वो भी लर्निंग पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं करता, वो बिजनेस के इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजंस पे भी इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर पाता. तो आई वुड लाइक उनको सजेस्ट करना कि हाउ डू दे मैनेज देयर टाइम सो दैट वो अपने टाइम को इन्वेस्टमेंट पे लगाएं रादर देन या फिर लर्निंग पे लगाएं रादर देन.
Hold on, Survi. Please do not jump to solutions yet. It's a very, deep thing what we are talking about. This is a, years of research. Neil Heckman is the person who did this research. At least 20 years of research gone into doing this whole strategy. So right now, simple thing, 5 questions to situation. But आपके पास कितना staff है? What are your 5-year plan? What are the simple 5 questions?
Okay.
Yeah.
So my first question will be, where do they see themselves after 5 years? Short term के लेकर चलेंगे, ज़्यादा long का नहीं, तो उसका क्या plan है? Secondly, time management कैसे करते हैं? Third, customers का database कैसे manage करते हैं और follow up कैसे करते हैं? एक simple message के तरह कैसे भी follow up कैसे करते हैं? और एक सबसे बड़ा struggle जो businessman suffer करते हैं, how do you start your conversation starter? That is it.
Nice, bang on. Abhishek Dasgokar, then we move on quickly.
Yes, good evening, sir. I'm into tourism sector, Abhishek Dasgokar. My 5 questions are, dear sir, where are you planning your next trip?
Very good.
What do you expect from me as a tour operator?
Very good.
On your tour? Did you face any issues on your last tour which you need to specifically address? How many days you are planning your tour? And these are the 4 questions I have jotted down.
Very good. Thank you very much, everyone, for sharing. Let's move on. There are a lot of networking happening in the chat box. I'm very happy to see. So those who have questions, next 20-25 minutes will be done with the part 1 of this whole program, this program. So we'll go into, another 20-30 minutes. Amy, you have questions on this, that your brain is not able to work on the whole thing. We'll definitely solve this today itself. Okay. So what are the low risk diagnosis questions? New customer or client is perfectly all right to ask. Early in the selling cycle, when you have just started to, first lead आया, अभी first meeting हो रहा है और first phone call हो रहा है, then is okay to ask this question. But remember that you do not ask questions which you can find out from your own or find out from his lower staff. The senior person you are dealing with, who is a decision maker, don't ask too many questions. And when situation changes, maybe you are dealing with the customer already, and there is a new situation now. There is a new possibility of selling anything. That time you again ask the new questions. What are the high risk diagnosis questions? Late in the selling section, late in the selling cycle, when you have done your, there are 4 parts, 5, 6 parts to it. When you are coming to the order and that time you start the diagnosis again, you kill the whole thing. Or you are reach already the implication stage and now the buyer is hot. The iron is hot to strike, and that time you again start the situation question. Very dangerous stage. This has to be done in the beginning. Everybody clear on that? Type clear in the comment box. And you do not talk irrelevant business areas. You do not talk politics. You do not talk corona. You do not talk anything else. Be on the subject at that time. Totally focused. Don't talk anything irrelevant at that time. And excessive use of questions, not to be done. No excessive use. And sensitive or potentially sensitive areas. Now this you have to apply your common sense. What could be the, sensitive or potentially sensitive area? वहाँ पे ख्याल करने का, no personal questions or any other sensitive companies or the personal buyer's personal sensitive area. Please stay away from that totally. All right. Next section now. The game is getting very, very interesting now, because you make a sale only when you solve a problem. Yes or yes. Type yes in the comment box. You can only make a sales if you solving a problem. So here in this section, you uncover the buyer's problem, the buyer's need, the buyer dissatisfaction, buyer difficulties, whatever problem your client or buyer is, this is your real raw material. This is your meat, juice to build on your sales. Very, very important. The next section is more important than this. And that's where the sales happen. Without solving a problem or understanding a problem, you jump to the solution. That, my product, my ERP can save you, 20% in your sales, total overhead, your cost or wastages. Don't do that. First, ask the problem. And these are through questions. What are the questions? The idea behind problem question is to bring the prospect into an awareness that there is a problem that needs to be solved. The whole purpose of this, to make the, as it is, buyer has called you, there is a problem, definitely. That's why he has called you or given you the meeting time. But that you bring the awareness. A lot of time buyer buyer is not able to identify their own problems. I'll show you in this presentation that how a problem can increase the insurance cost. Problems, another problem happen. Supposing there is a regular breakdown, so production loss to ho hi raha hai, but every time the buyer is making a claim to insurance company, that increases the insurance cost, and that buyer may not be able to realize. You can bring it up. Problem questions are also effective at causing a prospect to identify issues that might have been otherwise overlooked, like the insurance thing I told you. So how do you uncover the problems which needs to be solved? Issues that might have been otherwise overlooked. How satisfied are you with your present situation? Supposing it's sales, supposing it is production, supposing it is payroll, compliances, PF compliances, like, Girija here solved, I met her and I did not know that she can solve that many problems. I've run a large industry, 400 people once, and I did not know anybody exists. We were dependent on our in-house people to do all the PF and everything compliances. And I got notices even after 10 years of closing the business that these PF Provident Fund payments were delayed, pay the interest. And on that 1 lakh rupees interest. And there was no way, I had no documents to prove that. And who wants to get into that headache? And PF, Provident Fund liabilities are, if you don't pay, non-bailable. You got to pay before you apply for a bail or appeal. What prevents you from achieving that objective? Next question. Training. You need to get up and running with your CRM. A lot of CRMs are so complicated that people need to be trained for a couple of weeks. To any CRM guy here, type me in the comment box. A lot of training ERPs get so complicated, like, SaaS product and everything. Do you find it expensive adding new users to your CRM? So these questions are some example. Biggest problem you are facing managing your sales pipeline. So this is now the exercise, very, very important exercise. And the last exercise for today is framing your problem questions. If you learn to do it right, you have mastered the 50%. And that is why we are taking this regular breaks that we do the exercise here. And after that, I will tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll send you all these exercises. And then you keep on practicing this again. And when we do our one-to-ones, then you can ask questions or call me anytime, I'll call you back. Okay, Saloni call ji bol rahi hai. Last slide. And I need 5 names who can do this in 2 minutes. Or if you need 3 minutes for that, I'll give you 3 minutes. This is a very important exercise, not to be missed. Go ahead. Take your 2 minutes and do this exercise. Frame your 5 problem questions you're going to ask your client. You have done situation, you have understood the situation, turnover, all those things, you know, how many employees they have, how many salespeople they have, you know, whatever the situation you want to ask. Then you come to the problem question, they are facing the problems. Okay? So here we go. And those who are done, I need 5 names. $50 seconds remaining. $30 seconds. Everyone, anyone ready? 18 seconds. Give me the names. Those who haven't already participated, those people. I want the new people. No, Sujit, you are already done. Now Q&A time. It will be open for everyone. I want other people to participate. Let's see who has not participated. Who has not participated? Jitendra Shetty, I want you to participate. Bharat Bhardwaj has participated. Sujit has participated. Surbhi, Singham, Babita, Amit, Dheeraj Jotwani. Yogesh Yavalkar, you have not participated. I want you to come. Kapil Chopra. Yes, Kapil, appreciate your participation. Okay, who else wants to share? Jay, you haven't participated today at all. We haven't seen you participating at all. Jay Pitale. All right, so Jackson Matthew, long time. You are very active in the first session. Okay, so I'm opening up now. I'm opening up the unmute section and go ahead. So Jackson, your turn.
Sir, I'm sorry, I don't have video. That's why I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, go ahead. We will enjoy your voice today. Jackson, go ahead with the voice only. Audio se chalo, koi baat nahi.
Sir, the kids are running around making a lot of noise.
Okay. Then please mute yourself. Jay, can you share? Jay Pitale. Kapil Chopra, come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kapil, come on.
So I was thinking about the client only, and we are in the process of, discussion for the past, say, 2 months or so, and it is an overseas client. So what the feedback and all what I got was, the first is that the business is definitely affected. Their business is affected right now. and their business strategies are changing, and they are trying to change the buying patterns or sourcing from India. Some products they want to start from India, and what I could gather was, due to these tough times, they need more credit facilities also from what they are having right now.
Okay, 5 problem question quickly.
Yeah, these are all the issues they are having, and we have to solve them. So they need the competitive rates, timely supplies, credit facilities, and this is all.
Okay, frame the questions. You know, the important exercise is how much time you need, what are the problem with the, cash flows? What are the problems you are facing with your current suppliers?
That all we have gone through. Now what I now
वही करना उतना ही करना है.
Okay.
अभी 5 question problem question. See, we got to come into, बहुत आदत होती है हम लोगों की. I used to do a lot of these mistakes. Straight away benefit. हम ये कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे, ये कर देंगे. We give the solution before even buyer asks for it. So we don't have to just investigate and ask questions in the right sequence. First situation, second time problem. Yagamati Ashok, if you are ready with your questions. Problem question. These are questions, not suggestions. Let's be very clear on these are simple questions. I've given you examples. If you want, I can give you again CRM example. Yes, Yagamati. Yagamati Ashok, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. Everyone is waiting. So Yagamati seems to be having problems.
No. Can you hear me, sir?
हाँ सुन रहे हैं. अब इंतजार कर रहे हैं आपको सुनने को भाई.
नहीं ऐसा कुछ नहीं सर. Sir, I'm into agri business.
जी.
My products related to crop production.
जी.
So when I meet especially the farmers, what I want to question them is, what is the cost of the production first?
Very nice. Very nice question.
And I want to divide the cost of production into divisions as a labor component, fertilizer, pesticide, irrigation, that will be done. And third will be, what is the mechanism you are following into latest equipments for spraying and all those things, how to bring down. That is
that is not a problem question. That is a situation.
No. What are you are using the mechanizations? Mechanization. I just only asked the question.
No, Yagamati, you have to ask that, what problem you are facing with that your existing machine.
Okay.
Problem, situation, वो situation में आ गया.
What is the way of your diagnosing the pest and diseases?
Sir, that is the situation question. Okay. You have to identify that where are the problem your customer is facing. Whether the production is less, whether the cost is more.
Production ratio, cost benefit ratio of the production is the
yes. So these are the problem questions. Because when the buyer is telling you the problem, see the whole psychology behind it. If I am telling you I have a back pain for last 3 years, that means I'm looking for a solution. You are a doctor, I have come to you. And I am telling you the problem because you have asked me kya problem hai. Then I say I have back problem. Anything else? How long it's been going on? 2 years. Okay. So, or what else is happening? Do you have any other pain? Yeah, because when I get a back problem, I have my headache also. Or maybe I go into depression. So these all problems. I cannot go to work because of this. So my business suffers. My profit suffers. All this probing will give you idea that buyer ko problem hai kitna? How serious is the problem? And the more problem buyer tell you they are facing, the more chances of closing the sale. And it has to come from the buyer side. Maximum problems you have to probe has to come from the buyer side. That will help you in closing. Whole idea of this exercise is this. A lot of time buyer will tell you one problem, that machinery breakdown is regularly happening. So what is happening because of the machinery breakdown? Sir, my production has come down 20%. If your production is come down 20%, what is happening to your cost and quotation to the buyer? because the production is come, our profits have come down. So then a lot of problem, like earlier I gave example that if you know, machinery is supposing crores of rupees and every time they're spending 10 lakh rupees on repair. So the insurance company is going to increase the cost at the time of renewal. We all know that. If you have your health insurance and you are hospitalized in 10 times in a year, insurance company next time not going to do insurance for you. Or they'll raise their premium at the time of renewal. So this is, you know, what happens with this. So problem questions is a next very important part of the selling process. So what are the high risk? High risk areas are sensitive areas, personal or emotional. Now you don't ask, sir, aapka last month divorce hua tha kya? Don't ask these personal or emotional questions. A recent major bad decision. Now the buyer has gone into, you know, he bought some machine, bad decision. Uske liye usko management se or director se, board se, you know, he's been questioned and he's going through stress. He made a wrong decision, bought from someone else, and then the company is suffering. So you don't then ask those kind of, you know, question and put the buyer on in the spot that you made a wrong decision. And agar your own product or service is there, don't ask about what problems you are facing with our product. Don't do that at that time. Because this is now you have come to sell him again that same product or a different product. And buyer is obviously happy, that's why he's giving you the chance. So don't come there that we had supplied you. Any problem you are facing with that? A lot of people tend to ask that. Yes? Don't ask that. This is a wrong question to ask. Don't even mention that. Otherwise, if he starts, yeah, you know, once in a while your machine breakdown or production stops, then you are encouraging that, you know, cortisol, the negative emotions. So these are the lowest early in the selling cycle. Obviously, you ask problem question. In significant areas, a strong desire for solution where buyer is very badly stuck, and where you can easily offer a solution जो आपके confidence area में हो, your product and service can solve. Definitely you are sure 100 or 1000% that can solve buyer's problem. Then you definitely ask that problem. So we now have finished our part 1. Let me tell you what are the part 3, part 4, part 5. So part 2 mein we will cover the balance implication questions, where you now increases the buyer's pain through questions when the buyer is facing problem. And then we give that time, we give the solution, how to do that. And then we ask for commitment, preventing objections, and if you are launching new product, uske bare mein baat karenge. All right. Next section now. The game is getting very, very interesting now. Because you make a sale only when you solve a problem. Yes or yes. Type yes in the comment box. You can only make a sales if you're solving a problem. So here in this section, you uncover the buyer's problem, the buyer's need, the buyer's dissatisfaction, buyer's difficulties. Whatever problem your client or buyer is, this is your real raw material. This is your meat, juice to build on your sales. Very, very important. And next section is more important than this. And that's where the sales happen. Without solving a problem or understanding a problem, you jump to the solution. That, you know, my product, my ERP can save you, you know, 20% in your sales, total overhead, your cost or wastages. Don't do that. First, ask the problem. And these are through questions. What are the questions? The idea behind problem question is to bring the prospect into an awareness that there is a problem that needs to be solved. The whole purpose of this, to make the, as it is, buyer has called you, there is a problem, definitely. That's why he has called you or given you the meeting time. But that you bring the awareness. A lot of time buyer buyer is not able to identify their own problems. I'll show you in this presentation that how a problem can increase the insurance cost. Problems, another problem happen. You know, supposing there is a regular breakdown, so production loss to ho hi raha hai, but every time if the buyer is making a claim to insurance company, that increases the insurance cost, and that buyer may not be able to realize. You can bring it up. Problem questions are also effective at causing a prospect to identify issues that might have been otherwise overlooked, like the insurance thing I told you. So how do you uncover the problems which needs to be solved? Issues that might have been otherwise overlooked. How satisfied are you with your present situation? Supposing it's sales, supposing it is production, supposing it is payroll, compliances, PF compliances, like, Girija here solved, I met her and I did not know that she can solve that many problems. I've run a large industry, 400 people once, and I did not know anybody exists. We were dependent on our in-house people to do all the PF and everything compliances. And I got notices even after 10 years of closing the business that these PF Provident Fund payments were delayed, pay the interest. And on that 1 lakh rupees interest. And there was no way, I had no documents to prove that. And who wants to get into that headache? And PF, Provident Fund liabilities are, if you don't pay, non-bailable. You got to pay before you apply for a bail or appeal. What prevents you from achieving that objective? Next question. Training. You need to get up and running with your CRM. You know, a lot of CRMs are so complicated that people need to be trained for a couple of weeks. To any CRM guy here, type me in the comment box. You know, a lot of training ERPs get so complicated, like, SaaS product and everything. Do you find it expensive adding new users to your CRM? So these questions are some example. Biggest problem you are facing managing your sales pipeline. So this is now the exercise, very, very important exercise. And the last exercise for today is framing your problem questions. If you learn to do it right, you have mastered the 50%. And that is why we are taking this regular breaks that we do the exercise here. And after that, I will tonight or tomorrow morning, I'll send you all these exercises. And then you keep on practicing this again. And when we do our one-to-ones, then you can ask questions or call me anytime, I'll call you back. Okay, Saloni call ji bol rahi hai. Last slide. And I need 5 names who can do this in 2 minutes. Or if you need 3 minutes for that, I'll give you 3 minutes. This is a very important exercise, not to be missed. Go ahead. Take your 2 minutes and do this exercise. Frame your 5 problem questions you're going to ask your client. You have done situation, you have understood the situation, turnover, all those things, how many employees they have, how many salespeople they have, whatever the situation you want to ask. Then you come to the problem question, they are facing the problems. Okay? So here we go. And those who are done, I need 5 names. $50 seconds remaining. $30 seconds. Everyone, anyone ready? 18 seconds. Give me the names. Those who haven't already participated, those people. I want the new people. No, Sujit, you are already done. Now Q&A time. It will be open for everyone. I want other people to participate. Let's see who has not participated. Who has not participated? Jitendra Shetty, I want you to participate. Bharat Bhardwaj has participated. Sujit has participated. Surbhi, Singham, Babita, Amit, Dheeraj Jotwani. Yogesh Yavalkar, you have not participated. I want you to come. Kapil Chopra. Yes, Kapil. Appreciate your participation. Okay. Who else wants to share? Jay, you haven't participated today at all. We haven't seen you participating at all. Jay Pitale. All right. So Jackson Matthew, long time. You were very active in the first session. Okay, so I'm opening up now. I'm opening up the unmute section and go ahead. So Jackson, your turn.
Sir, I'm sorry, I don't have video. That's why I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, go ahead. I will enjoy your voice today. Jackson, go ahead with the voice only. Audio se chalo, koi baat nahi.
Sir, the kids are running around making a lot of noise.
Okay. Then please mute yourself. Jay, can you share? Jay Pitale. Kapil Chopra, come on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Kapil, come on.
So I was thinking about the client only, and we are in the process of, discussion for the past, say, 2 months or so, and it is an overseas client. So what the feedback and all what I got was, the first is that the business is definitely affected. Their business is affected right now, and their business strategies are changing, and they are trying to change the buying patterns or sourcing from India. Some products they want to start from India, and what I could gather was, due to these tough times, they need more credit facilities also from what they are having right now.
Okay, 5 problem question quickly.
Yeah, these are all the issues they are having, and we have to solve them. So they need the competitive rates, timely supplies, credit facilities, and this is all.
Okay, frame the questions. The important exercise is how much time you need. What are the problem with the cash flows? What are the problems you are facing with your current suppliers?
That all we have gone through. Now what I now
वही करना उतना ही करना.
Okay.
अभी 5 question problem question. See, we got to come into बहुत आदत होती है हम लोगों की. I used to do a lot of these mistakes. Straight away benefit. हम ये कर देंगे. We give the solution before even buyer asks for it. So we don't have to just investigate and ask questions in the right sequence. First situation, second time problem. Yagamati Ashok, if you are ready with your questions. Problem questions. These are questions, not suggestions. Let's be very clear on these are simple questions. I've given you examples. If you want, I can give you again CRM example. Yes, Yagamati. Yagamati Ashok, go ahead. I'm waiting for you. Everyone is waiting. So Yagamati seems to be having problems.
No, no. Can you hear me, sir?
हाँ सुन रहे हैं, अब इंतजार कर रहे हैं आपको सुनने को भाई.
नहीं 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 ऐसा कुछ नहीं सर. Sir, I'm into agri business.
जी.
My products related to crop production.
जी.
So when I meet especially the farmers, what I want to question them is what is the cost of the production first.
Very nice. Very nice question.
And I want to divide the cost of production into divisions as a labor component, fertilizer, pesticide, irrigation, that will be done. And third will be what is the mechanism you are following into latest equipments for spraying and all those things. How to bring down that is
that is not a problem question. That is a situation.
No. What are you are using the mechanizations? Mechanization. I just only asked the question.
No, Yagamati, you have to ask that what problem you are facing with that your existing machine.
Okay.
Problem situation, wo situation mein aa gaya.
What is the way of your diagnosing the pest and diseases?
Sir, that is the situation question. Okay. You have to identify that where are the problem your customer is facing. Whether the production is less, whether the cost is more.
Production ratio, cost benefit ratio of the production is the
yes. So these are the problem questions. You because when the buyer is telling you the problem, see the whole psychology behind it. If I am telling you I have a back pain for last 3 years, that means I'm looking for a solution. You are a doctor, I have come to you. And I am telling you the problem because you have asked me kya problem hai. Then I say I have back problem. Anything else? How long it's been going on? 2 years. Okay. So, or what else is happening? Do you have any other pain? Yeah, because when I get a back problem, I have my headache also. Or maybe I go into depression. So these all problems. I cannot go to work because of this. So my business suffers. My profit suffers. All this probing will give you idea कि buyer का problem है कितना, how serious is the problem, and the more problem buyer tell you they are facing, the more chances of closing the sale. And it has to come from the buyer side. Maximum problems you have to probe has to come from the buyer side. That will help you in closing. Whole idea of this exercise is this. A lot of time buyer will tell you one problem, that machinery breakdown is regularly happening. So what is happening because of the machinery breakdown? That my production has come down 20%. If your production is come down 20%, what is happening to your cost and quotation to the buyer? Because the production is come, our profits have come down. So then a lot of problem, like earlier I gave example that if you machinery is supposing crores of rupees and every time they're spending 10 lakh rupees on repair. So the insurance company is going to increase the cost at the time of renewal. We all know that. If you have your health insurance and you are hospitalized in 10 times in a year, insurance company next time not going to do insurance for you. Or they'll raise their premium at the time of renewal. So this is, what happens with this. The problem questions is a next very important part of the selling process. So what are the high risk? High risk areas are sensitive areas, personal or emotional. Now you don't ask, sir, aapka last month divorce hua tha kya? Don't ask these personal or emotional questions. A recent major bad decision. Now the buyer has gone into, he bought some machine, bad decision. Uske liye usko management se or director se, board se, he's been questioned and he's going through stress. He made a wrong decision. Bought from someone else, and then the company is suffering. So you don't then ask those kind of question and put the buyer on in the spot that you made a wrong decision. And agar your own product or service is there, don't ask about what problems you are facing with our product. Don't do that at that time. Because this is now you have come to sell him again that same product or a different product. And buyer is obviously happy. That's why he's giving you the chance. So don't come there that we had supplied you. Any problem you are facing with that? A lot of people tend to ask that. Yes? Don't ask that. This is a wrong question to ask. Don't even mention that. Otherwise, if he starts, yeah, you know, once in a while your machine breakdown or production stops, then you are encouraging that, you know, cortisol, the negative emotions. So these are the lowest early in the selling cycle. Obviously, you ask problem question. In significant areas, a strong desire for solution where buyer is very badly stuck, and where you can easily offer a solution जो आपके confidence area में हो, your product and service can solve. Definitely, you are sure 100 or 1000% that can solve buyer's problem. Then you definitely ask that problem. So we now have finished our part 1. Let me tell you what are the part 3, part 4, part 5. So part 2 mein we will cover the balance implication questions, where you now increases the buyer's pain through questions when the buyer is facing problem. And then we give that time, we give the solution, how to do that. And then we ask for commitment, preventing objections, and if you are launching new product, uske baare mein baat karenge. So go ahead, if you have any questions, I'm open. You can unmute yourself and you can ask questions, but be on the screen, be visible on the video, because this is going to be uploaded on the video before on the Tajurba Academy by next Friday. So that any questions? Okay, the people are not able to unmute. Let me do. All right, I am sorry, I made a mistake. I did not allow. Okay, go ahead.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Parag.
Okay, so we basically provide solutions which are, there are two kinds of solutions. One is obvious problems and the other is latent problems. The challenge the team faces is in the obvious ones are the first 3 questions only customer insists on getting the price. They are not willing to listen to the salesperson and they only want to know the price.
Is that your question?
Yeah, so how does, you know, the team faces this issue as to how do we tackle this, because we are not the cheapest.
Thank you very much, Parag. Very important question and very intelligent question. You have, you have raised this question. See, what happens is you have done your NLP session?
No.
Okay, you will come to that in the cycle. So we'll build rapport. I'll give you one story. Italian called Lou Scognomiglio. He was the merchandise manager with a very large store chain in US. 6,000 store, one order, minimum 6,000 dozen, because each store has to get 1 dozen. So he gave us first skirt order, 6,000 dozen, and they were very, very low and budget store. Family Dollar is now acquired by Dollar General in US. Very big store chain now. So their order size is gone to now 10,000, 20,000 dozen like Walmart. So we knew from market that their buying price of skirt is $36 a dozen. And this guy comes with a team of 8 people, ladies buyer, plus size, men's buyer, and everyone. And he gives us first purchase order like this. You know, here is your order. He's seen the sample. I give you a test order of 6,000 dozen. And he mentioned the price without even asking me. He said, you know our price structure? I said, I know very well. He put it $33. And I objected, sir, your price is, normally you give $36 to all other people in the market. Why are you giving me 33? And he takes like this. Leave it if you are not interested. And whole New York buyers, wholesalers were shit scared of that buyer. I said, don't worry, Lou, I will do it 33. Don't worry. I'm okay with that. I just asked. So, don't worry about this question. So what happened? I normally I invited them over for a drink in the evening. And they are normally traveling away from home, 7, 8 countries. They are bored and they need some local guy. I said, okay, how about Lou? I would like to invite you over to our house for dinner or outside for a drink. So we normally used to invite our buyers home, meet the family and everything. So the first shipment went, it was very well, good quality, better than anybody else, and nice dealing on time. Next order, 5,000 dozen. Again, dinner. Then we went to US. He invited us to his home, did barbecue, and he used to make very good tiramisu, the Italian, dessert. And we became friends. And one trip that they said, Suresh, we're not going to deal with any other manufacturers in India. Let's meet overseas. We 8 people coming only for you to India. So we met them at, Shangri-La, Thailand, Bangkok. And in one single day, we returned 15 crore worth of orders. So you need to build people, like to do business with people they like. It will happen once or twice, they'll ask you for the price. But once you build rapport, you are good at it, you understand them and you start liking for each other, this question goes out of the window. They will never ask you the price. They will not even ask your competitor. They'll trust you so much that you will give right price always. It is only for the first time. And that's the time you need to, dodge that question. Okay, please sit down, have some water and let me understand your requirement. I'm definitely going to quote you the price. But the moment you come out with a price, straight away you have killed it. Sasanka Sekhar, come on. Bakul, you will learn in that NLP section how to, with using language of subconscious mind, with unknown people, how can you build rapport in a very short time? Yes,
Sir,
go ahead.
Sir, I am a mutual fund distributor basically, and also distributor of other financial products, and I do insurance part with somebody else as a partner. Anyway, but I am facing the problem that people don't understand the utility of investments, or they don't feel that they have a problem. They will feel a problem. They have a problem in near future. That is the main problem I face. That whenever I meet a person, they don't understand that they have a problem. They are happy with bank deposits or postal deposits and everything.
Okay. Here is the answer for you. What's your name?
My name?
Yeah, Sasanka Sekhar. You are in financial planning, right?
Yes.
And insurance products.
No, insurance. I don't give any stress to insurance. I am mainly with investments.
Okay, so you are with the investment. So you are in your situation. I am a CFP. I am a certified financial planner myself.
Yes, sir. I am also a CFP.
Yeah, so I did my CFP in 2006, 2005. And how I will deal with the, first of all, I network. So I'm referred by people or I meet people. And then, you know, when I ask the situation, I do not give any solution. No solution in the beginning. The biggest mistake you have mentioned that people don't understand. People will not understand. You first have to ask her how much, you know, interest rate you are getting on deposit. 3%. Okay. All right. So what is, how many years you have in your retirement? 10 years. So do you, you know that today expense is 50,000 after 10 years with 8% inflation, your cost of living is going to be 75 or 80,000 rupees or 1 lakh rupees. Have you enough saving for that? Is there any child going for a study 10-year-old? Yes. Do you have any provision for that? After 10 years, what kind of education that child going to get? I will send him to America for a study. So that expense is 1 crore rupees. Do you have provision for that? So with all those questions, and then your deposit of a 4% interest, Sangeeta Jain, please mute yourself. There's a lot of background noise coming from your end. Sangeeta Patel, please mute yourself. Sangeeta Jain, sorry. So,
another problem in our society, is that the mainly opinion leaders here are the government bureaucrats or the government employees, those who have got a secured pension. So they also discourage everyone to invest.
So that means they are not your right customers. If your government employees are getting pension, you have to decide.
I don't
what
approach
is your
any
target
government
customer.
employee. I don't approach, normally I don't approach any government employee. If they come to us, that's it. But in our society, the opinion leaders are there. So whenever I approach any person, they go to straight to a government employee. And they, initially they negate it.
Okay, Sasanka, wait for next session and you will understand this technology, this technique is used world over by insurance and financial planners, big time. It is the most relevant for you guys. So you need to understand the whole thing. Right now, you understand only two things. Don't jump to the next stage. Number one is your situation question. Number two is your problem question. And you got to build rapport. If I am your friend, now answer me this. You are referred to me by a very dear friend that I am already investing through Mr. Sasanka. He is very good. I have got excellent returns and you must do business with him. Am I going to go to any government employee to ask when my best friend has referred you? Yes or no?
No.
Right. So you have to do your networking, be part of this game changer and get referred by your already existing customers, your friends, your satisfied customers. When you go to absolutely new person and you don't know, whether, when I was into it, I will only go for people who had salary worth over crore rupees. I will find out who are the CEOs in Gurgaon area, and then I will connect them over LinkedIn. And then I will ask for a, nice way, ask for a meeting and take a meeting, and then I go through the whole process. I will not go to people who are in touch with government employees or those are not my customers. With diagnosis question, the beauty of diagnosis question is you will know this customer is not for you. So you don't have to waste time with them. Okay, Dr. Praveen Patel, you had any question? Please go ahead.
Yes. In a medical profession, what we are doing is little bit differently than the stereotype of the medical services. I can say almost we are swimming against the present current. We do stem cell, we do ozone, we do chelation. All those things are not covered by any insurance. most of the things even not approved by all the FDA. Some countries has approved, some countries do not approve. The question comes here, the patient comes, they do not come with the whole family. Sometimes they do, sometimes they do not. So the basic, at the end of the all conversation, explanation, they say they have to discuss either their family, husband, father, daughter, mother, and there we are stuck. We cannot say anything more than that.
Okay. Thank you for Dr. Patel asking this very important question. So first of all, when diagnosis questions you have to make very clear that you are talking to a decision maker. Otherwise, it gets very difficult. Number two, go through the whole process. When you will next session, implication is so important that your buyer will pull out the checkbook or money that I want to take your service. When you do this complete thing and NLP thing, NLP I think you have done, right?
Yes, we have done.
You have done NLP to build rapport part. Now you complete other two implication part and you do the solution part, benefits part. I guarantee you that if you learn this technique, your patient is going to tell you, Doctor Saab, jaldi batao kab se shuru karna. When should we start the treatment? I'm very keen and I'm really, really happy to deal with you. You all 106 people. I've trained in last 2 months over 500 people. So 500 people signed up and paid for this course using all this what I am teaching you. You all have paid what all I am teaching you using all these techniques in my webinar without knowing you. And you are all paid advance without knowing me. And out of you, 26 people have signed up for 60,000 rupees course. I had a whole day session today. Girija is here. Girija, are you there? Saransh was there. These people are paying 60,000 rupees for next 1 year course.
Sir, I am also here, sir.
So Sanjeev Arora is doing that course. And he had done my 67,000 rupees public speaking TEDx mastery also course. And he's doing this also and he's doing, he does every course.
Yes.
And Sanjeev, November se pehle main aapko janta tha?
नहीं sir.
We never met in life.
और नवंबर के बाद सर शायद ही ऐसा कोई इवेंट होगा या कोर्स होगा जो हमने नहीं किया हो, क्योंकि हमें इतना अच्छा लगता है, इतना कुछ सीखते हैं हम, पहले से बहुत ज्यादा ऑर्गेनाइज हो गए हैं काम में, इतना जो रिजल्ट पहले हम टाइम वेस्ट ज्यादा करते थे और रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड नहीं थे, अब हम रिजल्ट ओरिएंटेड हो गए हैं। और सबसे पहला हमने जो सर के प्रोग्राम में सीखा, जो ऑन द स्टेज प्रोग्राम से मेरी सर के साथ रिलेशनशिप स्टार्ट हुई, उसमें हमने सीखा कि कब बोलना है, क्या बोलना है और कितना बोलना है। पहले तो हम सिर्फ बोलते थे, ये नहीं देखते थे कि कितना बोलना है और किससे क्या बात करनी है। ये सब कुछ हमारा स्ट्रक्चर्ड वे में हो गया और हमें बहुत अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स भी मिल रहा है और नेचुरली हमारी इनकम भी इंक्रीज हुई है और इनकम एक छोटा सा पार्ट है, उसके साथ हमारी गुडविल बहुत इंक्रीज हुई है। अब लोग हमें सुनना चाहते हैं। पहले सामने इंप्रेशन होता था कि लोग बोर हो जाते थे, यार ये बंदा बहुत ज्यादा बोल रहा है। अब लोग हमें सुनना चाहते हैं।
Okay, so Dr. Patel, wait for the whole cycle to complete, and you will see the difference that your selling will become, either people will, if they are your client, they will buy. Then there is no question of asking. If the person doesn't have money and he's asking, making excuses that he had to ask his wife or something, forget about it. They are not your customer or client.
Okay, thank you.
Yagmati NLP session will happen at the end of this cycle.
Okay.
Very good. Ashok Rath is saying fan of Sanjeev Arora, you got your fans. Any other question?
Yes, sir, I want to ask.
Yes, Sujit, go ahead.
Sir, many times when we go to customer and we meet him and we start diagnosing by making framing questions and then later on we proceed to the problem questions. But many times I have observed or experienced that the customer does not reveal the real problem. He does not want to reveal. He just immediately asks, you tell your product, you just give me the price, I'll decide and let you know. So how to handle this? And we know this is a potential customer.
Sujit, you have somewhere missed the NLP techniques to build the rapport.
Okay.
You have to build the likability, build the rapport before, you know, before you move to that, वहाँ कोई कमी रह गई होगी, आप देखोगे practice है. This doesn't come easy. You need a lot of practice. You know, when you walk into someone's office or place, number one thing is people don't pay attention to their image. This red tie and everything. I am so great fan of dressing well. I've done a lot of deep study on image thing, on YouTube, books. I have an image consultant also. That how do I look, how do I talk, what is my body language, all those things matter. I told you guys that मेरा पुलिस वाले चालान नहीं करते डर के मारे. They think कोई बड़ा officer है. So, you know, all these things you have to practice that you are likable. It takes only subconsciously. You know, read on Google. Subconsciously, it takes less than 7 seconds for people to decide they want to do business with you or not. In that 7 seconds, if you, with your body language, with your great smile, with your nice, you know, doesn't have to be very high priced or branded clothes, but nice, neat. Uma and me, when we used to travel, हमारा बड़ा meeting होता था client से, I used to spend $1,000 that time on a nice Armani suit so that I feel good. And I would stay at the best hotel in that city. And buyers used to ask, where are you staying? The moment we say we're staying at Ward of Astoria. Next thing they will do, okay, what are you doing in the evening? Can I invite you over for the drink? So these, a lot of things go along with it in, you know, building up that likability, building up that rapport, building up that first big impression. You do not get a second chance to build the first impression. You need to work on your first impression. That your first impression is so solid that बंदा बोले बैठो यार अभी क्या जल्दी है बात करते हैं पहले चाय पियोगे कि कॉफी पियोगे ये बताओ. We'll talk about business little later. You know, you pay attention. ये सर आपके president का award लगा है. Oh, when did you get this award? Now, when you coming to sell me and ask me this question, there's a picture with me, with president's picture, and you ask me that question. Will I ask you what is the price? I'll first tell you how did I get this presidential award? Yes or yes?
Yes.
So do that. Take note of the surroundings. If you see the family picture, how old is your son, sir? Looks very cute. How old is your son? Then I'll tell you about my son. थोड़ा इधर उधर घुमाने का है, सीधा business की बात नहीं करने का.
So this must be in the phase of diagnosis question. So that we can improve the likability. Or
that I covered in, you know, that all I covered in basics of sales. And also in NLP section. आप थे ना NLP में?
NLP में मैं था sir.
हाँ, तो उसमें repo building and basics of sales, that when you visit buyer's office or place, yes, Jackson, icebreaker, right name, icebreaker. In that I covered, supposing you are right now where I am sitting, you walk into, sir, what is Tajurba? Looks like a very nice logo and I love this name. Now you make this statement, first impression, what I think about you. I start to like you, you are asking about my baby, you know, Tajurba. Then the next thing, oh sir, this Dr. Shankar Dayal Sharma, President Chidambaram, Commerce Minister, is that you sir, looking very young? Is this presidential award? Then I very proudly tell you, yes, 1995. You know, I was invited to Vigyan Bhavan to get this prize. Subconsciously, I have developed the liking for you. You are asking me the right question. This is even before the diagnosis question. You are building up the rapport with me and you are giving me a very nice first impression. Clear?
Agreed, sir.
है ना? ये practice करो, देखो मजा आएगा. But genuine, you know, find the genuine reason. Pritali is saying nice tie and suit. So if you don't like red color, don't say that what a red tie, nice tie you are wearing. वो आ जाएगा आपके face में. You are not genuine. So just be authentic.
Sir, I have a question.
Personality.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Krunal.
Always do that whenever I have
So, just to let you know that we worked for Ward of Astoria in Maldives, and that project has been awarded as the best, one of the top 16 restaurants in the world by CNN Travel. So, you know, just wanted to share
And
that.
you know the importance of that address, right?
Yeah. It's I mean the best of the best in the world.
Yeah, all you rub shoulders with the prime minister and presidents of other countries.
Yeah. The starting tariff is 2 lakh rupee per room night there. In the
Okay, Amy has come up with very important question. Amy is come up with how to develop likability while talking on the phone. I'll give you a demo right now. Okay, so this is Amy calling me. Bell is ringing. Hello? Yeah. Amy, okay, Amy, tell me, what can I do for you? So Amy is asking, sir, how are you? Oh, I'm terrific, fantastic, celebrating life. Can you feel the energy, Amy? I'm very good, celebrating life, fantastic, great. And immediately the energy, the flow of positivity goes. And I end up getting, how are you feeling, sir? बहुत ही हिंदी में होता है, मैं कहता हूँ बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़िया. देखिए सर, बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़िया, amazing. In today's Corona time, you are saying बहुत ही ज्यादा. Your smile and your enthusiasm and your energy can be visible on phone, even in your message, in your text message, WhatsApp message. There is a guy in this batch today, है या नहीं है, Varun Singh. He sent such a life coach है, लेकिन wonderful positive message. Wonderful positive messages. He says gratitude and all those things after the course. He always send me a very nice message. And I remember his name out of 500 people. So that's possible. On phone, in your message, in your email. Person में तो बहुत आसान है.
मेरा क्वेश्चन रह गया एक्चुअली, मैं शेयर भी करने जा रहा था. माय क्वेश्चन वाज कि हमारा प्रोडक्ट थोड़ा हटके है. इट इज यूनिक बाय इटसेल्फ, सो वी आर नॉट दैट वे हैविंग कंपटीशन, बट यूनिक होने की वजह से द वे पीपल रिलेट टू इट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज दे हैव नेवर सीन व्हाट द काइंड ऑफ वर्क दैट वी आर टॉकिंग ऑफ. इट्स लाइक ए ब्लू ओशन. So then should the same approach be applicable, or that should be another way of doing it?
All the more this is approachable. Because other techniques are, for a small ticket item, here you have to build relationship, you have to understand very clearly and deeply buyer's problem situations, and then next two sections, and then NLP and likability, the whole bunch of things you will have to do.
Okay. Because of course our items are big ticket item, but people can't relate to it because they have not seen the kind of stuff that we are talking about.
तो वो आप
till they actually see it, repeat order काफी आते हैं, but first जो होता है ना, that takes time.
So that you have to convince that this, when you understand the problem clearly, and you have the right product to solve this problem, you'll be able to convince them that this product solves the problem. And then you can show the testimonial. I'll come to the last part in this session next Saturday, that preventing objections, that whether your product is capable of solving, or you are capable of solving a problem or not. So there are all the testimonials. When you go to my LinkedIn, and how I get my 1 lakh rupee a month coaching clients, they go to my LinkedIn. All of them come from LinkedIn. No marketing, no advertisement, and they see my 112 testimonials there. 112 testimonials. They come with a 60-70% mind prepared. Only they have to see that they don't even negotiate. They only come to whether I have time to coach them one-to-one, or I don't have the time and convenience.